Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name's Dave, and I'm joined today by Nath.
Hello.
And we are watching back some gameplay we played earlier of Crash, the map you will remember from Modern Warfare, now in Modern Warfare Remastered. Good start there. This is me. We're playing Domination, and I just want to say right off the bat, I had so much fun playing this.
You were a big Call of Duty Modern Warfare player, right, Dave?
I was, yeah.
It was your time.
I wouldn't say I was big, to the wider world. Like, people didn't know me.
David Jackson?
But I played it a lot, and I really, really enjoyed it a lot. And, it was great because we're here playing out COD XP. We played Infinite Warfare's multiplayer that day, and it was just really kind of cool to go back and then play Remastered.
We literally walked then from one building to another. We came back and then played this, and it was so like lots of feelings. But like from a thinking about it point of view, apart from just the nostalgia of it, I always thought that Modern Warfare was faster than everything else out at the time.
Yeah.
And then you play Infinite Warfare and you come back, and it's not slow, and it doesn't feel bad at all. It felt great actually. I really, really enjoyed it. But you realise, I guess, once you see the gap of the first and the latest, like how much they have changed in the intervening years.
Definitely.
And I was bewildered at the time by the array of customization options, perks, sites, attachments, those sorts of things which you could get on Modern Warfare. But by golly, compared to the rig system, it's completely straightforward.
It's simple, yeah. It's fantastic to go back. And I actually kind of weirdly found myself as a faster player, I think, playing Modern Warfare Remastered than I was in Infinite Warfare.
We're talking about that. It's kind of like like an older gentleman, just being very careful about something he doesn't understand in the new games.
It was so nice to be back in these maps. It was like sort of getting back into a warm bath, like just seeing an old friend, finding that's okay, yeah, different kind of metaphor you're going for there, but just finding the little nooks and crannies and things that I remember from playing before, finding my way around again. And
I think there's a real thing, man, not just about, because obviously you're talking about the speed of your play because you're so familiar with the weapons and how everything works, so you're pressing buttons, muscle memory, a lot of it, without even thinking about it. But I think there's really something about visiting a geography, like a place and a level that you know well, just like a space in an area. I'm just going to use loads of different words for a place.
Yeah, do it.
Going back there in a kind of a virtual sense, and there are feelings that are similar to it, going back to an actual place that and especially when it's changed, like in the intervening time, like this looks much better than it ever used to.
Yeah.
And it looks great on PS4. I don't know. There's something about it. I've kind of felt your brain it activates areas of your brain. The kind of nostalgia part, but also there's like familiarity to it, but you're also kind of moving around trying to shoot people.
Yeah.
I really like it, is what I'm saying. There's something really odd about going back to a place like this and a game like this, which is different to just enjoying, like the latest thing.
And this is such an iconic map. Like, everyone's going to remember the Chinook down in the middle.
Man.
Like, that's just so cool. It was such a cool thing at the time.
The level
design
design
new and fresh
was nuts. Like, we played, you're going to have to remind me of the
Backlot, Overgrown.
Yeah, we played, exactly. So we played 3 in total, and just all of them, I mean, I don't know, like, they seem, the reason that we played them is because they're probably some of the better, like the more iconic ones, but there was there's a flair to the design in them, like you said, like the Chinook in the middle, like, and just the way it's the focus of the map and the way that it kind of makes these objective games, obviously, the central point in objective games is often the kind of the tug of war point and the most decisive area in the map, but the way that this is designed with like places to hide in here like this, but also you can just perch on the outside of the zone and stuff like that. Oh man, I just really enjoyed the kind of the balance and the finesse of it. It was great to come back, and the different kind of vantage points around the outside, in the different buildings and stuff, and the way that the blind spots are very how well calculated they are.
I think it's sort of it's proof that this was as good as we remember. This was as groundbreaking as we remember. People always talk about, I think, Modern Warfare as maybe one of the ultimate multiplayer shooters.
It changed everything.
It did. It totally did. It put Call of Duty firmly in the hearts and minds of gamers for a long time to come. And playing it again now, it's as good, if not better than I remember, I think. And I'm so excited to have it on PS4. I still have it on PS3. I could dig it out and play it, but
Oh,
you
it's
know,
different, though, isn't it?
it's different, and it looks fantastic on PS4 first of all. But then there's all that added sort of connection and stuff that's going to be all just instantly sorted out, and there's going to be people playing it.
Do you know, considering how long ago it was, I mean, it's strange when you do these kind of comparisons. But so it came out in 2007. I remember it. It was one of my first. I was just kind of fairly new to the industry, and it was one of the big games that we reviewed on the magazine I was on at the time. You think about, that's 9 years ago. If then they had re-released a shooter from 1998.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It would have been like, but this like.
Why have you done this?
This properly stands up. Like, I mean, there are going to be obviously things which tag it to the fact that it's from 2007. But like, we were playing this, and it wasn't going through my head like, oh, this is good for a game which is quite old and has been remastered. I was just like, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. I want to win.
And I think everyone was. I think everyone's really excited about it. When we had the presentation in the morning, just the mention of Modern Warfare Remastered gets a huge cheer. Like it's, I think everyone is really excited to play it, and it's fantastic that it's coming to PS4 with Infinite Warfare.
My journey on this game was I loved being back. Like, I mean, specifically yesterday.
Yeah.
I was really, really enjoying kind of being back in these places, and then like remembering how much of it I remembered, and going up to places like this, little kind of nooks and crannies, like changing out, using the sniper up here for a little bit, shooting people who are coming down from point A, and then gradually, as other people started to remember everything, like my natural position, I was filtering down and down the leaderboard, and I was just like getting really frustrated, and I was like, "This is it. This is what I remember."
Exactly. Oh, now I'm back. Now I'm properly back. That's a very good point. Actually,
screaming at someone's martyrdom grenade. This is
That was my martyrdom grenade.
I think you were the person. We were on opposite sides for a few, and I was.
Well, even that was like a sort of journey back. Setting up your class, creating a class. I remember there was a guy from Infinity Ward or on the Call of Duty team anyway, walking around saying, "Guys, don't forget you can create a class. That's there for you to use." And so going into that and looking at the perks and stuff, and finding martyrdom, Juggernaut, claymores. I remember you had claymores, and I was like, "Man, where have you got those claymores?" I used to only use claymores.
There was we might do another video on it, but there was like an area where you were enjoying sniping, and the first time I used claymores again, obviously what I did was put it at the top of the stairs. Someone immediately ran up the stairs and blew us both up.
Yeah.
Be careful with your claymores, kids.
There's nothing more infuriating than running around a corner up some stairs, hearing that click.
Yeah.
Seeing the red glow just too late and being dead from a claymore. And contrary to that, there's nothing more satisfying than just suddenly a kill coming up on your screen from, especially if you're going to set up a little position and you want to defend it, claymore. Oh man, it's so good. It was such a fun day yesterday playing.
You were being quite patient here.
Yeah, well, it was going quite well. I think my team was doing quite well.
Game's over.
The game is over. Yeah, I think what you said is right actually about everyone as the game goes on, sort of finding their feet again and remembering. It was a really kind of unusual thing, and I think that's going to be happening on the internet. I'm going to have to get in as soon as possible, when the game is released.
It's the kind of game you can get left behind.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting to see, how many people are playing this when it comes out, and I guess there's going to be a lot of new players who didn't play this the first time around.
Oh man, that is one thing we should say. Like in the room yesterday, there were like a number of like younger YouTubers specifically who maybe did not play this the first time around.
Yeah.
And they were mad.
Yeah.
They were getting like, some of them were just really enjoying it. Actually, there was like a group of guys specifically from, there was like a UK kind of game going on, and I saw some people really enjoying it and getting into it, and they were kind of, they were shouting at each other, but in the way that you'd expect. But there were some guys who were just like angry that it wasn't what they thought Call of Duty was, and like basically that they were getting beat at a game they thought they knew really, really well.
It shouldn't be happening.
It was incredibly.
But it's funny, isn't it? Because there's some things in the modern or newer Call of Duty games that have become just sort of standard, like the mobility and particular things like sliding around.
Yeah, that was sliding, which they were trying to like slide into cover and they couldn't.
And all the people who beat me when I play sort of like Black Ops 3 or whatever are always sliding around, and I can never do it well.
And it's a time, innit, man?
And so this time, people, I'm in charge.
We're back in Jackson's house.
The hunter become the hunted. So anyway, that was a look at one of the games we played on Crash yesterday. It's fantastic to be back playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I can't wait for it to come out on PS4. I'm going to be playing it for a very long time to come, I think, and so should you. Please do comment to say what you're looking forward to in Modern Warfare Remastered, and subscribe because we've got loads more coming up from the world of PlayStation.